Coming up on the Uplift, an ordinary lunch is a call for celebration. Why this meal is a sign of major progress. Then a makeover for the community. How a group of teenagers made one school a more beautiful place to learn. And imagine being in your 20s and meeting your sister for the first time ever. We're going to show you the moment it all comes together for two siblings. Welcome to the Uplift. In this new digital series, we are going to be sharing some stories, some of our favorite pieces we are sure will put a smile on your face. It's our goal to lift your spirits for at least 30 minutes and hopefully for a lot longer. I'm Susan Elizabeth Littlefield. Thank you so much for being here. We have a great update to get things started with today. This is Jack Jablonski. He is finally able to eat lunch on his own. For those of you who are unfamiliar, Jack was paralyzed during a high school hockey game 10 years ago. This is video that he shared on his Twitter account. He says his hard work is paying off. He couldn't control his hands and do things like this just 6 months ago. He credits this milestone to the upper limb stimulation trial that his foundation is raising money for. And take a look at this, because it is too cute not to share. This is Bee. She is the new ambassador to the International Owl Center in Houston, Minnesota. She is a 2-month-old burrowing owl, and as you can see, she loves to demonstrate just how flexible owl necks can be. She is now greeting visitors at the center. Make sure you drop in and say hello to Bee, the owl. A major yard makeover was just finished in the Rondo neighborhood of St. Paul, and as I found out, it is a project with a lot of heart. Take a look at what inspired the renovations.
I really like working with these boulders because you really choose what you want to do.
And he's chosen to do something very special.
It's more than just one project for us.
In a very special neighborhood.
I grew up at 868 Rondo. It's still the best neighborhood ever.
The best that's been through the worst. In 1956, the bustling African-American neighborhood of St. Paul was decimated to build a new freeway. More than 600 families lost their homes.
We watched them dig. We watched them move houses at night from across the street from us.
Now Lynn Wright is watching a dig with a very different purpose.
She's taking out some weeds.
It's happening outside St. Peter Claver, a school she attended and now works at, where 98% of the kids are black.
It's just amazing that it's just like one big family here, you know, and you can talk to them like they're your family. I mean, kids call me grandma, and that's okay.
It's a school that's fought hard to survive, a school that recent Hill Murray grad and landscape entrepreneur J.P. Yoakum is here to support. He and his team of friends are completely redoing the outside of the school.
Because the first thing people drive by is they see outside. You know, they see the landscaping, and if we're able to really change the whole scope of the school and change the whole look of it, I think that really sends a big message.
What do you think about that?
I think that the kids from Hill Murray are wonderful. For him to come and do this, you know, as a teenager, and so that our kids can see that too, you know, that you can do whatever you want.
And here it is, the finished project. This is the new landscape at St. Peter Claver. It took about 4 days of work, clearing land, moving stones, and just freshening up the area. The principal tells me that they want to grow the school, they want to increase enrollment, and all of this re-landscaping and regrowth is symbolic. JP and his Hill Murray buddies really dug into this, and it was powerful for them and for the people of Rondo. In fact, Lynn told me this is wonderful, and she is hoping that more regrowth will come about in her special, beloved neighborhood. Now, it's a connection that took over 2 decades to be made. Two sisters meet for the first time ever. Our Rin Clayton went to the airport for a very special family reunion.
Is that them?
I can't tell.
An airport pickup has high stakes when you've never met.
I hope they didn't get lost.
Don't say that.
Higher still when it's your sister.
So weird, and it doesn't even feel real.
Eiley Misfelt lives in Eden Prairie. She took a 23andMe DNA ancestry test over Christmas. The results, a sister. Suji Dufresne from New York. Neither knew the other existed until a few months ago. Sunday, the much anticipated meeting.
You were so much shorter in person.
I just felt like so just overwhelmed with happiness and just all good.
Suji is 27, 3 years older than Ailey. Both were adopted from South Korea, just months old. In a way, unknowingly living parallel lives.
Seeing her in person, she looks even more like me than in the pictures, so I didn't even think that was possible.
I had this kind of like back and forth of the feelings of, is this real? But it also felt like very meant to be. This is so weird. Oh my gosh.
A reunion 24 years in the making that could have easily never happened.
It's wild, and I'm a swiper. I could have easily deleted that because I'm one to go through my emails and clean it up really quick. So it's just unbelievable.
Relief for what once was a struggle.
Well, I considered that I was an alien at points in my teenage years because I just didn't think anybody could be related to me.
I think now I have a sister, another sister, and I don't know, it's like a new sister, new friend. It's exciting.
And Suji's son has a new aunt.
All I've ever known genetics-wise is my son. When he was born, that was like my big moment of I have somebody that is related to me and that I know is related to me. So it just feels like an expansion.
A connection always there, now made real.
I can't wait. We have a whole list
Yes.
of what we're going to do. We have a bucket list of wasted time that we got to
Yeah.
fill.
Yes.
Ren Clayton, WCCO 4 News.
Coming up, a Minnesota man makes the ultimate sacrifice for a place he doesn't even call home. He shares a story about fighting for Ukraine when we come back.